Good morning everyone. It is Lara here and it is officially day one of our Achieve-a-thon, the second round of the Achieve-a-thon. Remember, we did a round a few weeks ago now and everyone did so well with achieving what they wanted to achieve, with setting goals and making them happen. And that's the beauty of this process, is that you are no longer just going to sit around and think, okay, well, here's what I want to get done today, and not take the action that you need to take to make it a reality. Because I'm sharing with you a whole stack of processes that really, really work in getting your head in the game, getting your mindset right, and actually focusing on the things that will make a difference in your business, in actually focusing on getting the work done that you would like to achieve. So yesterday we went into day 0, and that was a pretty big day. And if you haven't watched that already, check out the video. There should be one below in the group. And that was really the introduction to the Achieve-a-thon workbook. If you haven't got a copy of the workbook and you'd like one, please post below as well, and I'll send that through to you. Now, yesterday what we did was we talked about setting between 1 and 3 goals to achieve during the space of the Achieve-a-thon. And we also talked about thinking about the things that you need to believe in order to succeed in achieving those goals. We talked about the things that you've already done, maybe in the past, to make those things a reality. And we talked about the options that you have for moving forward. We also then went and did an activity, which is my famous Post-it note activity that I've devised. Now, this activity really, really works, and you'll be surprised how these beautiful little coloured sticky cubes make such a difference in your business. What you did yesterday was you distilled those big goals down into the activities that you needed to complete in order to make them happen. Now, what you did was you said, okay, so in order to make this goal a reality, I need to take this action, this action, this action, and this action. You've created a big list, basically, a big brain dump of everything that you needed to do. Now, then what you did was you went through and you said, okay, so which of those actions can I do in 15 minutes? And you wrote all the 15-minute ones on one colour of Post-it. So you generated a whole lot of Post-it notes, all with tasks that take you around 15 minutes to do. The next ones were half an hour and they went on a different colour. The next ones were 45 minutes and so on until you get to an hour where you have different Post-it notes, all listing out the different tasks. And then the idea is that you will have put those onto a corkboard or onto the wall in front of your desk in your office, wherever you can see them, so that when you get into a space potentially of inactivity, inaction, procrastination or overwhelm, you can reach for a Post-it note, grab it and just do the task that it says right there. So there's no thinking about what you actually need to do next. You know, if you've gone and done the school run, you get back, you make yourself a coffee and you're thinking, right, where do I start? It takes out the guesswork, okay, because you've actually already got those things written down on your Post-it notes. So it gets you into action. And we all know that action breeds action. The more action you take, the more action you're going to take. You get into the right phase, the right momentum for doing it. So today we're going to start at day 1, which is a very good place to start. And basically, every single day, we're following exactly the same process. Now, the reason we're following the same process is because we're creating habits. Now, habits are really important to form in your business. Good habits are particularly important to form in your business so that you're taking the action you need to take to get the results that you desire. Now, the key thing is that you're going to complete this and you're going to say, okay, what are you going to achieve today? And I really want you to get in the space of actually visualizing and thinking about, okay, what is it that I am going to achieve? And write that down. Be really specific with yourself about what, at the end of your time at work today, what you're going to have done. The next thing I'd like you to do is to write down, what is your mantra? What will you be saying to yourself? What affirmations will you have that will really support you and guide you and move you forward and give you that motivation and that sense of energy to actually keep going throughout the day, okay? So I can do it, I'll do it, it's done, good things are happening, I'm confident, whatever it might be, okay? So write down your mantra, and your mantra as well can be song lyrics. So it can be a song that you have that really lifts you up and inspires you and keeps you motivated to keep on taking the action that you need to do. Now, the other thing I'd like you to do then is to write your to-do list. Now, just put three main things that you're going to do today to achieve what you've said that you're going to achieve. Now, the other thing that I think we forget to do as women, as female entrepreneurs and business owners, is to celebrate what we've actually achieved. What I'd like you to do here is to write down how you're going to celebrate what you've accomplished. So it could be, by going for a walk with the dog. It could be by having a glass of wine. It could be by having a bath. It could be by ringing a friend and having a good old chin wag. Whatever it is, I want you to write down and let yourself know how you're going to celebrate. How you're going to celebrate all that great work that you've actually achieved. If you're watching the replay and you've got questions, please jump on and ask. Let me know that you're here as well with any comments about this process. If you've been through the Achieve-a-thon before, you'll kind of know what we're talking about, which is great, but I always find a refresher is great too. So stick with me, and if you've got any questions or comments as we go through, please just pop them down below. Now, when we get to the end of the day, you're going to do a daily review. Now, this daily review is very important because obviously what we're looking to do in this process is to improve our behaviour. So we want to know what went well in the day, what distractions cropped up, what we were grateful for that happened in our day, how we feel in terms of what we've achieved, and what will you do differently tomorrow. Because remembering, we're always looking for incremental improvement. We're looking to improve what we do so we can enhance the way in which we work and get more done, more productively, more effectively, and more brilliantly than we did the day before. And it's really important in this section to be honest with yourself as well. What distractions cropped up for you? And this is a big one, I know, for a lot of business owners. What were the things that happened that you think to yourself, actually, I could have handled that better, or maybe I need to turn off my Facebook notifications or my email, or perhaps if the phone's ringing and I'm working from home and I know it's going to be a sales call, perhaps, just leave the phone off the hook or let the answering machine get it. So let's start to really manage those distractions because they can really divert our attention from what we want to achieve. And then at the end of the day as well, you're going to create your plan for tomorrow. Now, the reason we create our plan for tomorrow is to get those ideas out of our head so we're not worrying about them. But it's also to activate your reticular activation system, which is that part of your unconscious mind that starts to percolate and come up with ideas about how you can achieve what you're setting out to achieve. And that is so critical because we want every part of our brain, conscious and unconscious, to be working in alignment to help us to drive forward and get done what we need to get done. So the task for today is to go through and very first of all, obviously, complete this first section of the journal notes. Make sure again that you post down what you're going to do in the feed below so that we all know, because accountability in community is so key. Let's keep each other accountable and we can help each other with ideas and suggestions for how to achieve what we want to achieve. So do those bits, write down your mantra, share that as well. Let's really get moving on this and let's have a productive day. If you've got any questions, please let me know in the comments below as well. If you've got any comments about the process or if you'd like to invite a friend to join us, please do. All you need to do is invite them to join this Facebook group and they'll be a part of the action. Have a fantastic day wherever you are and whatever you're doing, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye for now.